Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Now, I'm happy to say that I am back at the menu only by my choice, in the fact that I closed it and took a little bit of break between recording episodes. There was no crash, so please don't take the fact that I start in the menu as just a passive statement that it crashed again, which I will mention every time the game crashes and show it if the recording can. Let's see. So, autosave ship. All we're gonna do to start off with is try and use the cheapest possible thing. If I use a solid fuel booster, it's actually probably going to be more expensive than it would be to just take a something like this. I think this is actually better at controlling SAS and all of that. Yeah, the LTV whatever engine was considered a breakthrough in the LT series due to the thrust vectoring thing can deflect its thrust to aid the craft control. Oh, so it's easier to control the ship with this one. It's 100 more, but that's fine. We're just going to do a little bit of a launch here. Barely any of a launch at all. I'm just going to turn on the SAS, RCS2, fire, get a crew report, get a materials bay, get a mystery goo, log pressure data, and log temperature data. And that was it. Wow. Not a lot to do. Gonna release the parachute. I may not have gotten into the upper atmosphere for these things. I thought I was gonna get more than that. So all we've used, as long as we don't crash these things, will be the fuel, so that should be a very inexpensive thing. Let's go dust. Crew report. No, so that didn't even work. Revert back to the assembly building. I think we need to go higher. I did not get the science that I wanted. You know what, actually, before I do that, though, have we logged any barometric pressure on the runway? Let's see, this with one of these. Connect that. Two of these. Two of these. And two of these. Take this, rotate ourselves this way, and launch. Just trying to get 5. I think that's all I really need is 5 log pressure data. There we go. Log temperature data. That's useless. Might as well get it. Observe the mystery goo. Log the pressure data again. Why not? It used to be in Kerbal Space Program you could actually do the same things over and over again. Evade report. That's useless. Let's just get back on board and recover that vessel and hope that would be enough science. That was 3.6 science, so all we got was the 3.6 science from the first pressure. It turned straight to 0 for everything else. 100% of the value was recovered and no XP was gained. I want the wheels. That's all I want. And I have it. Great. Great news! I wasn't paying attention, obviously. So, here we go. Wheels. We can make airplanes now. We can potentially fly around. That was a successful mission. Let's build our first plane for real now. Alright. Start with that. We will let's see. How realistic is this gonna be? We want this more powerful controlling thing. Solid rockets, totally worthless. Jet engine. Crashed. Yeah, jet engines will work better on the surface. So we will want air intake, but shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, lift. On the wings you want the lift ratings, basically. What has the highest lift rating? And then there's the air intake. What is this? Materials, flight, surface are guaranteed to operate to touch the craft. However, studies have shown the lack of atmosphere may slightly. Okay. So this is 1.3, but this here is pretty good lift. I don't like the way that looks though, so I'm gonna go with these. That looks like an airplane. And then turn one of these off. That's starting to look like an airplane. Put one right here for the air intake. I hope that will work. Probably won't. So let's put it on the engine. Well, put a couple on the engine so we have a nice good air intake. Let's see. Brake torque. Landing gear fixed. Landing gear fixed. Steerable. Okay, so this one's steerable, this one isn't. So there definitely would be some problems with gears if they want steerable. Put one right in the middle. Nah, let's just put two. Are those lined up nicely? Yes, they are. Alright, now we just need to kind of break this whole part back and introduce, let's see, D-Science Jr. with double the pressures, double the thermometers, and double the mystery goo. That should work nicely. Are we really gonna get off the ground and back on the ground? Or should we try and land it? Probably smarter to try and to use parachutes to try and land it, and just kind of taxi on the ground too. But we're gonna really try and fly. Oh, this will be interesting. Who do we have as our pilot? Jebediah Kerman is the one we need. Let's see if we can do this. The trick here is we want as much speed as possible and to pull up as possible. Start with the brakes to lock ourselves into position, then turn the brakes off. I don't think we have a way of lifting the gears off. SAS enabled, RCS enabled. Let's go. And we want to just pull back as soon as possible. We want to get off the ground before we crash. We bounced off the ground, but we got off the ground. We're having trouble staying above the ground though. I'm pulling all the way back and we are crashing. Let's see. Revert to the launch. What was the thrust I got there? Now I think my wheels might be backwards. Usually you'd be rolling forward. I could sit here and try to I want to just see the thrust of this thing. This is amazingly crazy what I'm doing right now. You really can't just fly on the ground and roll on the ground. You can very slowly go, but you will eventually break something. So let's revert to the space plane hangar and turn those wheels around. I don't just have this feeling that the wheels are backwards. Let's see. Want two of them. I'll go ahead and move it up a little bit too. Here, if we left them the way they are, they'd be pulling against each other and potentially might pull the whole plane apart. Are there more plane parts that I'm missing? Do I need to put something like this on the plane. Basic fin. Small nose cone. No. Maybe I need to move this up a little bit. We'll try that too. No, I'm still rolling backwards for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe the runway's just slanted. And I'm pushing the down button, which should totally be pulling me up. I'm pushing the S button. Here, we'll leave it at half speed and try that. Try to gain some more speed in that fashion. Thrust. Bouncing on the rail thing. I don't see any flaps here. I really don't. So where are the little flaps? Do I not have them? Yeah, that's not gonna get us anywhere. Sometimes I wish I had the rights to the Benny Hill music. Full thrusters. Activate and go. Get that thrust up. That didn't work either. I'm not gonna even touch the button. I'm gonna put it on max, maximum speed, and then I'm gonna just not touch anything. Maybe my adjustments are hurting it. Honestly, I recall doing this in the sense where it seemed like every third launch would just be this randomness of sometimes it would work perfectly. So how can we improve this? We may have to change the engine. That's what we might have to do. One of the other things you can do wrong is if you have the I'm gonna land record that way. Alright, revert to that. If you put this in the wrong orientation, rotate that for some reason, that would also give you trouble. Alright, if I'm gonna do that, then I don't need these. Launch. You don't need air intake for spacecraft rockets because that's what the oxidizer does. So I want to run in comparison what the thrust will be on this. See, this thing just starts at way higher thrust. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. If I had the SAS on, that probably would have worked. And it probably would have worked at about half the speed, too. So we start at half speed. The thrust is 84 to begin with. It's pulling up fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, you gotta be super careful with this. Well, that only blew up the thing. Let's see. Let's observe that. Observe that. Crew report this. Why not? What is it reporting? Log pressure from Kerbal Space Center. That's fine. Where's the thermostat? Log the temperature. That's good. We're just gonna keep rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. How fast am I moving? Ooh, do I want to do an EVA? Yeah, let's put the brakes on. And start slowing down. Yep, that worked pretty well. EVA report at the Corbin Shores. We'll recycle that. See, board that. Observe the mystery goo at the Corbin Shores. That's nice. Log the pressure data. That's nice. Log the temperature data. That's nice. Is there anything else we can do? So for the low cost of an engine, we've gotten some more science, which I think is worth it. Let's recover that vessel. We got 27 science just by crashing a plane. We got most of our funds back. We got no XP, but we got some reputation. Do we have any debris anywhere? No. So that's good news. It blew up. That's a shame it blew up. It would have been nice if we could have kept it. Let's see, I have 27 and it will cost 45 to get anything else. The next thing I'd probably want to get I'm not sure. Maybe the stability enhancer, maybe the inline cockpit or the reaction wheel, but I don't know. I think saving up for 90 here is probably our next good bet. Once we have a solar panel. Okay. So that was one flight, sort of. Now the question is, how can we get more control? I'm gonna come back here and take off these wings. These wings here give a lift of 137. I'm gonna do the delta wings instead. I want something a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to control. So let's launch and try that. I said we were going to build a rover, and we've got the wheels. Can I do it? Let's see. Well, the thing is I can. This is effectively a rover right now. If I just stop it and then just barely start it, and we head in a new direction. That's all we need to do. We just want to keep it below a super fast speed. And this is probably the wrong engine to be taking into the mountains with us. That's where we're headed, that way to the left. if we can get there. Still in Kerbal Space Program. Nope, no, no, no. So close there. Real close. Oh, no. I gotta turn a little bit more to the left. Let's reverse to the space plane. If we built a true rover, one that used no, well, let's go ahead and just see if this one launches first, but if we built one that was truly just gonna run on its own wheel power, it would take forever. You can do it, you certainly can do it, but it's not a fun thing to put on YouTube to watch. When flying a plane, you also want to keep your angles really tight. I mean, amazingly tight. Ridiculously tight. If you go too high, you flip, you're in a tailspin, you're dead. So, pretty much just want to keep it on the horizon. I guess what I could try and do is just see if I can fly around the planet. What did I do there? I didn't do anything. I didn't even hit the key. They need like just hold forward scenarios. It's like in Kerbal Space Program, where all you have to do is hold the W key and you will do amazing tricks. Alright. Oh wait, that's too high. SAS. Flying planes, in a lot of ways, are more difficult than flying rockets. Rockets is kind of cheating. Let's see, roll. Let's pitch down. Guess we're going this way. Almost out of fuel. Totally out of fuel. Can I casually glide down? So I certainly don't have enough fuel to just get me anywhere, really. Particularly if I'm using the super inefficient let's see. Observe the mystery goo while flying over Kerbal. Crew report while flying in the grasslands. Log the pressure data. Nothing. Log the temperature. Nothing. We've already done the grasslands. I'll keep that. Why not? This could be a painfully slow system too. It's just gliding like a kite. We didn't break anything. That's nice. There isn't a lot going on here. If we could get to the North or South Pole in a plane, that would be pretty nice. If we could even get to the mountain ranges, we'd be able to collect some more science. Wings broken. Everything's broken, including the science thing, so let's revert that flight back to the launch. Alright, X, bring up that just a little bit. This is the slowest I could possibly be going. With the wings that have about half the lift as the big wings. Maybe I should be using the wings that have the almost no lift because this is a small plane. I'm not going fast enough. I'm gonna have to speed up a little bit. There we go. Am I still on the ground? Yes, I am. How fast do you have to get before you start getting lift? We're gonna find out. Just tiny little taps. Tiny little taps. Nope, no good. No good. Too much. I'm in free fall. I think when you're doing this, you have to actually go into it too. It's like skidding. Oh yeah, when you go, I just went into it. Let's see, roll. When you turn, you start rolling. When you roll, you need to turn. So it's this weird thing. I'm about to run out of fuel. I guess I can lean back and try and slow myself down some more. But with absolutely no parachutes, it's highly unlikely I'd be able to survive this. I'm just gonna come crashing down. Flying over Kerbin's water, interesting. Hadn't done that one. Have logged the temperature. Have observed the mystery goo, I'm sure. So technically it says I'm in orbit at 100 meters per second, but I think to the surface mode I'm probably traveling 30 meters per second, and that's gonna be a problem. I don't think we can gracefully glide down. Well, I promise this will be our last attempt at a plane. Well, it won't be our last attempt, but it will be our last attempt this episode. I think we're gonna try the rover concept. Come on. So, I keep collecting all this science and not actually getting it. But the main reason why I'm doing that, of course, is I just don't want to see what's going on as far as that. Let's see. Keeping on the ground can sometimes be a trouble in a rover. I don't even know if it's worth it to really have 3 gas tanks, but let's try this. No more wings. We're just gonna roll with the engine at a very slow speed. Alright. Probably would help to have a scientist with me too, instead of a, let's see. just start turning towards the mountains. And how fast can we travel? About 20 meters per second. It's about as fast as you want to travel. Probably even here it's getting too fast. Just keep on aiming for this big tall mountain here. Hopefully I'll miss the little inlet. Alright, that's 40. Cutting the engines. Just riding on gravity. Observe the mystery goo. Well, log the pressure. Log the temperature. We're in the tundra, good. I should have brought the scientist with me. It doesn't cycle the people, it just gives you Jebediah carbon always. Let's see. We were in the tundra for a second there, and then we went into the grassland. Log pressure data. If you do it, though, we're just gonna run into that problem again. So what I have to do is just keep on clicking crew report. And once it lets me do it without asking me to overwrite, then I know I'm in a new area. It's sometimes a little difficult to figure out you're in a new area. Might be a little difficult for them to get up this mountain. Yep. Yep. Having a little trouble getting up the mountain, so we brought it back online. Here is definitely a scenario you didn't probably consider. There, that's enough. No fancy cruise controls in this thing. Just have to do it the old-fashioned way. But you certainly probably didn't consider this as a viable scenario. But not only is it a viable scenario, it's almost a required one, where you have to build rovers to get yourself across the surface. Either you build rovers, or you go the other direction and you become a lot better pilot. Come on, push me up that hill. Push me up that hill. There we go. Oh, that's a little wobbly. I don't like that. Crew report, not yet. Trying for the mountains. The mountains are actually quite far away. They're just really big, too. Oh, no! How far away were we from the mountains? Oh, very far away. So we can't go that far. We could try. You could make several attempts. I could even potentially do it off screen. But I just don't believe it can get me to the grasslands. If it can get me to a tundra area too, that would be great. But this will definitely, once we get to the grasslands and get away from everything, let's see. Crew report from Kerbal Space Center. is not what we want. We want from the grasslands. There's no really fast transit on the ground in Kerbal Space Program, which is... Alright, Kerbal Shores, that's good. That's good. I'm getting too fast. What's the thermometer? Oh no, 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 no! Alright. Revert to the hangar. You don't need that much. We have learned you don't need but one fuel tank. You probably don't even need the big fuel tank. Let's take it out. Tiny little rover. The rovers will only get tinier. They want to put them on this way, so oblige. More stability could be gained by putting the wheels lower to the ground. That is certainly true. Maybe that's... we'll see what happens when I do this. Just drag my nose against the ground. Yeah, that isn't gonna work. Let's get one working and then I'm gonna call it an end of the episode. Center of gravity. Then one in the middle. Doesn't look pretty, but maybe only having one in the middle is a terrible idea, actually. If you've ever seen a three-wheeled car, yeah, they work about as well as that does. Let's see. Getting more science isn't the only problem, though. We need to get to orbit. We need to take some more time. And get to orbit so we can get more contracts too. I think part of the problem here is that none of my flights have really lasted that long. And so we've have this slight situation where I have just ever so slightly overachieved. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm just saying I think in their contract thought that they were only going to hand out contracts after a certain number of days, and I'm not sure if this isn't the first night. I'm hard turning left with the wheels. The wheels do have some control in them. I paid 50 extra for each of them, so they would have some controls in it. I'm holding down the key and observing the mystery go. We're still at Kerbal. We're slowing down a little bit. Sped up a little bit with the thrusting engine. This is far too powerful of an engine for a rover. Pretty much any engine is far too powerful of an engine for a rover. Turn it off again. Come on. Oh, no. Going too fast. We should be here. Log the pressure data. Kerbal shores. Log the temperature at the Kerbal shores. No. Left. I don't know if this tiny amount of water, I may go right over the water, and that may be enough to blow me up. Wow. I'm glad I'm getting this on video. This is amazing. I'm not glad I got that on video. Okay. Let's get rid of this. We don't want it to go fast. Let's put some more wheels on. Why not? More wheels means more stability, doesn't it? I'm just gonna put an inner set of wheels that will keep it higher, and then if it tries to fall over, it'll have an outer set of wheels balanced. And then I'm just gonna, you know what? Safety. Why not? This thing can go 360 for all I care. And we will just make it safe. This is how you protect things, right? You don't want to block the hatch here. Also, let's bring in the scientist. If he climbs out, though, I wouldn't be able to get to him, get him back in there. Anyways, but I might try anyway, just for good measure. Yeah, this is how you protect a rover, right? Can't fall over, can't roll. This is the ultimate safety device. All the wheels turning. If you were gonna do this, you would have to right-click a lot of these and invert the steering on a lot of them. And if you were gonna build a real device this silly, then I would highly recommend. Ooh, it looks like there's a bug here. I've gained way too much steering. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gonna get some G-forces from this, but there's no beating it. This thing cannot crash. I have built the uncrashable ship in Kerbal Space Program. This thing is in air depleted though. It needed an air intake. I can't. I'm at max and it's not doing anything. Let's see. Shut down engine. Activate engine. Flames out. Says I'm still at the runway. Well, one last revert. So this is the very last launch, I promise. Then we're gonna call it an end of an episode. We'll save this design, this genius design of mine, to air intake. Give it some air. There we go, and launch. Oh darn, I went right over 30. Let's see. Do I need two of these? No, I don't. There we go. You really don't need two of anything if you can bring this thing to a stop. That's just the question is, can I bring this thing to a stop? But yeah, I'm noticing I'm getting way more steering than I should with this. Just way too much. So for every wheel you add, whether it's touching the surface or not, it seems to be getting calculated. Still in Kerbal space. Log pressure. Give me a temperature reading. Nothing there. Crew report. Nothing there. So we're just trying to turn left towards the mountain. Running low on electricity, I'll eventually run out of that. I think this engine might generate electricity. Yep, it does, so if I speed up I can get more energy. Electricity. But to actually get to the mountains is the question. How long would that take? Crew report from the shores. Good. Log pressure data from the shores. Nothing. Actually, how could I stop is the question. Can I just stop? Put the brakes on. Let me get out and collect some data. Crew report from the shores. EVA. EVA report from the shores. Now I can jump. Log temperature, nothing. Log pressure data, nothing. Collect data and restore. Log temperature. Mystery goo is the one thing. Would like to do the mystery goo here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to reach it unless I can knock this thing over. Your carbon guy has to get pretty close. F to climb. There we go. Collect that data, remove it, restore it, observe the mystery goo, collect that data, collect it, restore it, observe the materials bay, collect it, remove it, restore it, log the pressure data was nothing, log the temperature data was nothing. Excellent. So we get back in here, nice and save. Crew report? Nope, can't do that. It says climb. Apparently you can climb onto the wheels now. And space and B. Store experiments. EVA report, another one of those. I don't think I needed to do that, but let's see. F and B and crawling under the thing. F gets me up that high. And then, so I can climb the wheel. I can hit space sometimes. And then hit F again. And then I grabbed it and board. And then it says board anyway. Yes, board anyway. We made it. Let's go. Oh, it would help if I turned the brakes off, I suppose. Firing the engine while the brakes are going. Not super helpful. And that's fast enough for me. Tundra. Brake. Crew report. Are we in the tundra still? Let's see. Log temperature in the tundra and absorb the materials bay in the tundra. Alright. So that's everything again. Crew report in the tundra. And then apparently I overwrote the other crew report. I don't know why I would do that, but EVA report in the tundra. And we're gonna have to let go again. So you can definitely see why it's pretty crucial here to take a scientist with us. collecting the data and being able to restore it, taking the data out of the pressure thing, taking the data out of the thermometer. We gotta get over here and climb back up. I guess I should have thought my placement a little bit better. EVA report. Have I taken an EVA report yet? Let's see, F. Alright. Apparently I already have taken an EVA report because it's acting like I have. So we climbed two of them right there. Get close enough to collect the data from that, restore, and then log pressure data. Log temperature. Nope, I don't want to do that. There we go. Keep on climbing. There we go. Right on top of the ship. Like a boss. Take that data too. EVA report. Nope. I must have already done one. I must have just done one already. Come on. Climb. Climb, 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 climb. Store all those experiments and then board again and dumping, and let's undo that and start going again. We had a lot of failed things. I think the mountains are more that way. I think I've maybe over... let's slow down, slow down, slow down. I think I've oversteered. Yeah, let's just go back home. Why not? Let's just save ourselves some money and drive ourselves home. It's possible we could get a land speed record here too, but if I speed up, will I be able to turn any better? Nope. Nope, no, it's too dangerous. Let's put the brakes on. Let's see what the crew report says where you're at. Nowhere, we're probably nowhere. We're getting further and further away. Let's put the brakes on. Oh, that's no good. Well, I guess that's one way to turn around. Man, this thing is the uncrashable thing. I mean, seriously. Just uncrashable. I have plenty of fuel. I barely used any fuel. So I just want to get as close as possible and start slowing down. Come on. Let's get as close so we can get as much of the money back as possible. And then that'll be the end of this episode, which it's been a weird one, hasn't it? Let's recover it and see if we got close enough. If we can see the Kerbal Space Center, I think it's close enough to get 100% back. But let's see, we got 33 signs for that. That is great news. We got 98% of it back, which isn't terrible. That's not terrible at all. No XP whatsoever for that, and no reputation for that. So, what I'm thinking here is that the contracts just aren't going to come until the next day. So, it's day one, we've been 1 hour and 43 minutes into this world. And that's where we're going to call it for that day. We're going to go ahead and just end the day and hope we can get some more contracts, some more funds, and build a regular old-fashioned rocket ship next episode. It's been kind of a long episode. I hope you enjoyed it, but we're at the end. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me with YouTube. If you want to support me, there's two ways to do that. One is click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. The other way is you can click on the Amazon.com link and just shop normally. That's all you have to do. If you want to follow or friend me on practically any social media site, that information is also down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.